I never imagined my life would end up sounding like a warning instead of a love story. When people see me now, quiet, composed, living alone in a small house with creaking floors and too many memories, they assume I had help, a partner, a family behind me. They assume I was never alone. But I was. I raised my son alone. From the moment his tiny fingers wrapped around mine in that hospital room, to the last day he walked out of my life without looking back. And this is how it ended. I was 26 when I became a single mother. Not because I planned it. Not because I wanted to prove anything. But because sometimes life makes decisions while you're still trying to catch your breath. His father left before my son learned to say his first word. One day there was a suitcase by the door. The next, there was silence. No goodbye. No explanation. Just absence. People told me, "You're strong. You'll be fine." But strength doesn't pay rent. Strength doesn't calm a screaming baby at 3 in the morning when you haven't slept in 2 days. Still I stayed. I worked 2 jobs. Sometimes 3. I learned how to fix leaky faucets, assemble bikes, and attend parent-teacher meetings in uniforms that smelled like diner grease. Every sacrifice felt temporary back then. I told myself, this is just a season. My son became my entire world. Every decision I made had his name written on it. I skipped vacations. I skipped relationships. I skipped dreams I was too tired to chase. When other kids had 2 parents at school events, my son had me, clapping louder, smiling wider, showing up early just so he wouldn't feel different. I packed his lunches with little notes. "I love you. Mom's proud of you." I wanted him to know he was never alone, even if I was. What no one tells you about raising a child alone is how lonely strength can be. There was no one to share decisions with. No one to lean on when I was scared. I carried everything, bills, fears, hopes, by myself. Some nights, after he fell asleep, I sat on the kitchen floor and cried quietly so he wouldn't hear. I worried constantly. Am I doing enough? Am I enough? I loved him fiercely. Maybe too fiercely. I didn't realize then that love, when mixed with fear, can slowly turn into control. Teenage years arrived like a storm I wasn't prepared for. He grew taller, quieter, distant. I mistook his independence for danger. Every closed door felt like rejection. Every unanswered text felt like loss. So I tightened my grip. I asked more questions, set more rules, tried harder to protect him from a world I knew could be cruel. I told myself I was being a good mother, but maybe I was being a scared one. Then came her. She wasn't bad. She wasn't cruel. She was just different from what I imagined for him. She came from a background I didn't understand. She challenged him, encouraged him to move out, to take risks, to live. And instead of trusting the man I raised, I questioned him. I criticized her quietly at first, then openly. I told myself I was protecting him, but what I was really protecting was my place in his life. The day he told me he wanted to marry her, I didn't hug him. I didn't smile. I said no. I said things I can never take back. Words born from fear, not truth. I told him he was making a mistake, that he was abandoning me, that after everything I sacrificed, he owed me better. I saw something break in his eyes. That was the moment my son stopped being a boy who needed me and became a man who no longer trusted me. The silence after. He moved out shortly after. Phone calls became rare. Holidays became quiet. I told myself he'd come around, that children always do. But days turned into months. Months into years. I raised him alone. And now I was alone again. Regret is a quiet companion. Regret doesn't scream. It whispers when the house is too quiet. It sits beside you at dinner when there's only one plate on the table. It echoes in rooms once filled with laughter. I replay conversations in my head, wondering when love turned into distance. I loved him, but I forgot to let him live. I wrote him a letter once, pages soaked with tears and apologies. But I never mailed it, because sometimes the hardest truth to face is this: love doesn't guarantee forgiveness. If you're listening to this as a parent, please hear me. Your children are not your second chance at life. They are not your anchor. They are not your reward for sacrifice. They are human beings, meant to grow, choose, and sometimes walk away. Love them fiercely, but love them freely. I raised him alone, and this is how it ended. Not with anger, not with hate, but with silence. Thank you for listening to Voices of Rose. If this story touched something inside you, you're not alone. Some stories are told to heal, others to remind us before it's too late.